be a man of God, a pastor, and to have all these people in your congregation that trusted in you is sickening to all of us to know what his true intent was.
Right now, the concern is are there other potential victims, given his close contact with children as a leader of the church? There was a couple found at his residence, and then the rest of them were found in his church office on his desk.
This is a monster. This is a man who went to great lengths to hide his true identity.
I'm so sick of these pedophiles. And they always hiding in the church and using the church and behind the church. I am so sick of, these people finding attraction for these children and ruining them, destroying their mental, emotional, and physical life. All hiding in the church. Demons.
Every time you look around, it's a story like this.
Mm-hmm.
And you never can find, at least I can't never find the words to I can't find the words for stuff like this, man. And from if it ain't the Pope, it's some cockamamie bishop or pastor or minister
and it's
messing
like
with kids.
they
Messing
prey
with
on the
kids,
church.
man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stuff, man, and a lot of people don't like you to touch on it, man. But there's a lot of stuff that go on in them churches, man. That's why I don't even go no more, man. I don't mess around them church houses, man. I don't mess around because it's too much going on in there. It's too much. It's too much.
Well, I
Way too much. It ain't like it used to be. Go ahead.
I don't think, all the time you can just say on the church, it's just the church. Because there are a lot of good churches that do a lot of good for the people. But, I think evil is in every avenue of life. It's just that where the most vulnerable people found. You think about that. People who are looking for salvation, who are looking for worship and something to love. And where he wants to devour people the most is in the church. So that's why you find that he'll go inside the church house to do his evil, his deception, because those are the people who are looking for love, looking for understanding, looking for worship, looking for to have a close connection to something. So that's how they deceive those people easily. They're more trusting.
Yeah, that's the key word, trust. That's the key word right there. It's trusting. And once you get people to trust in you, you can mind manipulate them. But a 2-year-old kid, man, that ain't, mind manipulation. It is
Physical dominance. Mm-hmm.
Man, come on now.
Physical
come
dominance.
on, bro. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. This dude don't even look like a pastor.
Exactly.
Just like a mugshot right here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you know how mugshots look, but
but I agree
man.
with you.
I don't know if I would go to his church.
Right. He doesn't even look welcoming. He doesn't even look like somebody that I would trust. He looks just like what he is.
But how the hell he with a 2-year-old kid? Who gonna leave their child around? But that's a different man. Black people ain't finna leave their baby around nobody. Well, at least when I was coming up,
Well,
this
there's
a degenerate.
opportunities.
This a degenerate generation. So hell, we just did a baby where a woman left a kid in the streets, and she was in the club.
Mm-hmm.
So
they have all kind of church functions, like Bible class, or say like Halloween's. They do these little festivals and stuff like that, and the kids are running around. Kids can't even go to the bathroom, publicly without somebody maybe possibly being there waiting on your kid. So it seems like they find opportunities to get the kids and then be able to do these things.
This is think about this. This kid is 2 years old, probably ain't even talking yet, and barely can walk. So the kid ain't supposed to be going nowhere by themselves, nowhere, not even in the church, even at home. They're not supposed to even be going nowhere by themselves. There's somebody with an eye on them at all time. Cause why? They're gonna put stuff in their mouth. They're gonna mess with stuff, grab stuff, put it down. A 2-year-old, that's what a 2-year is gonna do. Mm-hmm. So what 2-year-old is you gonna I mean, what? Maybe I guess, man. Maybe he was babysitting the kid. I
I was
mean, I
about
ain't
to
even
say
read the
that.
story, man. Maybe he was babysitting the kid or whatever. But I don't know too many pastors do no babysitting.
Well, it doesn't even matter how he got contact. Apparently, he was able to get this kid alone in a situation where he was able to be able to do this to her.
So do you put any blame on the parents?
Um, I wouldn't say that because you don't know. Like, you drop your kids off at school and you're trusting the teacher. It could have been a church that has a preschool program or a early school
Okay.
program, and he was there around the church, and the kids was there. So I think you can't really put that on the parents. It depends on the circumstances. That I don't think any parent is going to just drop their kids off somewhere and knowing that it possibly could be harm. So they trust the pastor, and maybe the kid was in the preschool at the church, and the pastor was around the church and got access to the child. We don't really know how. So I don't really think that's the parent's fault unless the parent actually surrendered the child to the pastor. Because now with these cults and all this different stuff, some of these people sacrifice their children to these
Yeah,
pastors.
I wouldn't say it would if that was. I guess I wouldn't say it would be all on the parents, but as a parent, you're supposed to have some kind of wearing thought about where you leaving and who having around your kids or whatever, even if they seem to be upstanding, you know.
But
Because go ahead.
even in these setting, you think about that. You take your child off to the nursery, and you did your homework on the nursery, and it's supposed to be reputable. And the nursery hires somebody, and you don't know each and every employee that they hire and how that person going to interact with your child, and that person is molesting your child. So you can't really blame those kind of things on the parents, unless, and I'm saying, you are handing your child over to somebody, that you are participating in that. And there are some parents that do. But I think when you are taking your child to a place where you think your child is going to be cared for appropriately or around people who are supposed to be honorable, then you can't really blame that the parent wasn't aware that that person could have been sick.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah,
I
you're
don't.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could happen to
Oh, it
anybody.
happens every day.
I
We
guess it
see
could
it.
happen to
It
anybody
happens.
without, and I'm saying without them having some kind of intuition. I guess that's what I'm looking for. Shouldn't you have some kind of intuition about a person?
You, you,
And
let's
I
let's
think. Go ahead.
let's go into some different charted waters, and you think about it. Think about people who are in households where they're being molested by the boyfriend or by the actual brother or uncle. You know what I'm saying? So how do you know? These are people you trust. It's really, really, really hard for a parent to know that somebody's going to harm their child when it's a person that they trust, that they hold into high regards, like a police officer, a pastor, a doctor. You hold these people in high regards and think they're good pillars of the community, and all the time they're snakes. That's hard. That's hard. We
Okay.
ourselves don't even make good judgments. Think about women that go out with men, and the men rape them, and these are doctors and lawyers and police officers. You know, sometimes it's hard for you to make judgment for yourself.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I just hope that my intuition don't have to be ever tested like that.
What I would
Um,
say, if you ever question or something doesn't feel
I
right,
guess yeah,
act
that's what I'm
on it.
talking about.
Act on
Yeah,
it. Don't take it
yeah.
for granted because he's the pastor. No, no, no. If you feel it or you sense it, I would act on it. I would take my child away.
Yeah, I I definitely agree with you on that.